Greetings, Globe. This is probably the most vulnerable video I can't say that I'll ever make, but this is a very real, very emotional moment for me. When I found out, when I went to my pre-chemo appointment, I guess I'll say, the doctor shared a bunch of side effects that are common when one goes through chemotherapy. And as I had said in a previous video, I didn't do a lot of research because I didn't want to bombard my mind with a lot of negativity around cancer and chemotherapy and, things like that. And so I just took everything as it came and am taking everything as it comes as I continue with this journey. And so I didn't do any research beforehand. And so when I went to my pre-chemo, it was basically a second opinion with MSK, Memorial Sloan Kettering. I already had, my first opinion with the hospital. But because I'm a teacher with New York City and I'm with an amazing union, they have a partnership with Memorial Sloan Kettering. And so I was referred through my union, and so I decided to go. And like I said in other videos, I fell in love immediately. And so when I sat with the doctor, who is my doctor now, and he, gave me the rundown on everything, it was just real to hear about, some of the side effects that are common, the nausea, the bone aches and things, just a variety of things. But the one that really, really touched me and got me emotional was when he said that, it's very unlikely that you will have your hair. I said, have you ever seen anyone keep their hair? I mean, there's some technology out there, some cooling caps and things that can help, but without that, he just is like, no, it's not what typically happens. And so that was honestly one of the first times that I really cried about this whole cancer diagnosis. Like when I was diagnosed with cancer, when they said it might be, I didn't cry. I didn't say, why me, Lord? When they confirmed that it was, I didn't cry and say, why me, Lord? I didn't. I just was like, all right, what do we got to do? What's next? And so I didn't. I just did what I needed to do. And one day I'll remember to silence my things. My videos are raw, uncut. This is just me being authentic Ife, so it's not, I'm not trying to be a YouTuber with a fancy channel, so that's just a side note. It's just, I'm going with the flow. And so when the doctor, talked about the side effects and said that the chances are I will not have my hair, it was very real for me. I cried. I allowed myself to be emotional and to be real with myself about feeling that loss. I've had locks. I've been growing locks since 2007. It's 2020, so almost 13 years, because it was I think October of 2007. And I've cut my locks to short lengths over the years. If I never cut them, I would be sitting on them. That's how long they would be. But they are, even at this point right now, they are lengthy, which I had agreed. My daughter asked me not to cut my hair a couple years ago, and so because I was cutting my hair every year, and I agreed, and so I've let it grow this long, which I hadn't in some years, probably since my youngest daughter was a baby. So I'm very thankful for my locks. I do love them. It's a part of, it doesn't make me who I am, but it is a part of who I am. And, I was really hurt about the idea of just losing all of my hair. And as I said, I allowed myself to feel that pain and that hurt. But then I also made peace with it that very same night. And I ended up, looking forward to a fresh new journey. With those who may have locks, you hear that this is history. There's experiences that I have gone through. This is probably like 4 years worth of hair, but these, there have been things that I've been going through and experiences that just get kind of, they're locked in time. Like your locks tell a journey, and so I've gotten to the place where I'm kind of optimistic about cutting off my locks and starting new. I don't know whether or not I will grow locks again or if I will just let my hair be loose. Time will tell. I am completely in the flow with this entire experience. I have no idea what's coming and what the future has in store for me. I'm just going with the flow and I'm sharing. And so I went upstate New York. I live in New York City, and I went to my hometown, and I had spoken with one of my childhood friends, who actually was one of my early hairstylists as a teenager, and she's an amazing wig specialist, and I knew that. I spoke with my sister, and she mentioned me turning my locks into a wig, and I love that idea. And I Googled it, couldn't find a thing. YouTubed it, couldn't really find a thing about how a person can take their locks, because they have like locks of love, and they'll take hair and they'll turn it into wigs for children or whoever is going through some sort of hair loss due to a medical illness. But there wasn't anything on women with locks, or just individuals with locks, and how to take that hair and turn it into a wig. And so it was put on my heart to, just on my spirit, to contact my childhood friend, because I knew what she was doing with wigs and the miracles she was making for other people. And even though I hadn't seen her have a wig of locks, it was just put on my heart to reach out to her. And I did. And she said she got it. She figured it out. She knows what she's going to do. And so when I was upstate, I went by to see her. And this is, let me see. I don't know how well this card is going to show up, but you guys know I'm freestyling all of this. I don't know if it's going to show up or not, but I will include her information. Styled by Will. And so I went yesterday, and she was a wealth of knowledge, because she's had plenty of patients with cancer. And so she knows what people go through. She had, some remedies for me about things that some of her clients have used that have helped boost their immune systems, like just a variety of information. And she blessed me with a wig. And I went by yesterday, and we looked at several wigs and tried different wigs on. And, who knows, I may become a wig addict. She had so many fabulous wigs. But I picked one, and I showed her a style that I liked, and then she made one for me. And so I came by her shop this morning, picked it up, and she had it in this beautiful bag. Styled by Will. Her website is www.styledbywill.com. I will include more information. And so I haven't even opened it or anything. I just took it and came back downstate. And so I decided, because again, I said I want to be very authentic. I'm just opening it up here, okay? And it's beautiful now. I'm not gonna try it on yet, but when I do, I will show it, okay? But it has a bangs. It has some cute curls at the end. So this is gonna be very different for me over the last decade and change, because I haven't had, I just only had my hair. But I'm so blessed that she has gifted me this wig, and that she's going to make a wig for me out of my own hair so that I can still have my locks look when I want. And so it's something that is cutting edge. It's I'm just excited because I feel like this is something that many other sisters who have had locks, maybe men, women of all races and nationalities who have maybe gone through cancer or some other kind of medical illness where they had to lose their hair, and they may have wished that there was a way that they could save their locks and still have their locks even with the hair loss. And so I'm just excited to see how this is going to turn out. I just wanted to, I'm cutting my hair today. It's funny because a piece of lock, now I haven't lost a lock since my mother passed, like I haven't, and I got home and this just came, it's just a piece, it's not, it's like a piece from the tip of another piece, but to me, it's a symbol that it's time, and it's, I made peace with it. I started to notice once that night I made peace with cutting my hair off and starting a new journey. Every time I would see like a little, just a piece of hair, not that it was, this was even before chemo, so just hair shedding, but every time I saw a piece of hair, I would just, it was a reminder to align with peace and to be at peace. And it just like, it gives me peace to see it. And so to see this and to have peace is just powerful to me, because this was like devastating just, you know, a week or so ago for me. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like cut my hair on video or anything like that, but I am going to cut my hair. If I do decide to share some of it, then you will see it. If not, then we'll see what you do see. I don't know, you know, I'm being vulnerable as I'm led to. So I have my black girl magic earrings in, you know. There's really nothing else to say, you know. Black girl magic is just what it is. It symbolizes just strength and power and knowing and self-love and understanding, you know, who you really are. And this journey is continuing to show me more and more about who I really am. And so I just wanted to share this video for those who may have gone through a similar experience. You know, I'm pretty certain I'm not the first person to be hurt about coming to terms with the possibility of losing my hair. It's not to say that it's guaranteed. There have been, you know, my doctor didn't have any experience with anyone just maintaining their hair, but I have heard stories about people. But I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and just cut mine off. I don't want to, you know, this is one already, you know, but I don't want to just start seeing whole locks. I'd rather take it into my own hands and just start fresh. So the journey continues.